is Scott Touche. I'm the assistant athletic trainer for the Oakland Raiders. Well, I was born in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. My father was in the military, so we started there, and mostly I was raised in Corpus Christi, Texas. I grew up outside of a naval air station. As a child, I mostly played soccer. I dabbled in baseball a couple of years, and I played football in junior high. I really wasn't that great of an athlete. I wanted to play basketball, but I just was not good enough. I enjoyed spending time around athletics and working with it, which I think is what led me this direction. I had a knee injury, and while I was waiting to get back to playing football, I met the athletic trainer for the high school. Even at that point, I was interested in medicine, but as I got into high school, I sort of had to make a choice because as I got into athletic training, it required more hours, and I was enjoying it when I was more interested in the medical part of it. And that's sort of the direction I took. So when I met the athletic trainer, I got a feel for what he was doing and sort of learned about it. And he said, well, while you're waiting, you want to help out a little bit? So I did, and that's what got me into it. And as I talked to the athletic trainer, he sort of offered me the opportunity to get more involved. And Lee Knox came in as our head athletic trainer my freshman year of high school. He took it to another level. He's the one that was my initial experience of really bringing to life what this career can do for me. They always say that if you do a job you love, you never work a day in your life, and that's sort of how he made it. He made it fun. Obviously, there's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of things that go on that take time and effort, but overall, it's more fun than it is work. And then when I got into college, our head athletic trainer in college, Paul Zeke, just continued to enhance my desires and growth and gave me the opportunity to get to this level. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to work for a professional team for a summer internship. Junior year, I had an opportunity to go to the Washington Redskins. Mr. Zeke set that up, and I went to the Redskins, and once I did that, I was hooked on football. I went to a little tiny town in Pennsylvania where the Redskins used to have training camp, and it was just a great time. I started writing letters. I wrote to probably 20 NFL teams. 19 no's got back. About a month after my last no, I got a call from Kevin O'Neill. He needed somebody to do a year-long internship at the Cowboys in 1992, and it was fantastic. This is what you want to do. When you have a passion, you'll work 20 hours. It doesn't matter. You enjoy being there. You enjoy the people. You enjoy the process, and that's what I did. I enjoyed it, and coincidentally, we went to the Super Bowl. Once that was over, I went to grad school. That led me to Arizona. So I went to the University of Arizona. Had 2 great years there, enjoyed it, learned a lot more. And along the way, just kept my networking up. I continued to network with the guys at the Cowboys, the guys at the Redskins, other people in college that I knew. And just so happened, as I was getting out of grad school, the job at the Raiders opened up. So I had an opportunity to get an interview. And when I did, the rest is history, as they say. Been here for 20 years. I work around a great bunch of guys, guys that are here now, and then some guys that have come and moved on in their careers that have been fantastic colleagues, and not just the athletic training room, but in the equipment room, in video, and coaching, and in other areas. There's great people in this organization.
My name is Robert Gallery, drafted by the Oakland Raiders in 2004, and that's where our story began. Scott's he's just a good guy. I mean, he's a friend. He's been a longtime friend. Even obviously we work together, but now that I am retired and done with football, we are still close. We still talk a lot. We both have families and obviously things going on, so it's not as much as when I saw him every day. But he's just you find those people that you keep in contact with and are lifelong friends, and they have the same values as you do, the same personality, and there's people you cannot see for months at a time, and you see him, and it's like you see each other every day. That's just the type of guy he is. He's always been just a down-to-earth, just a good guy, nice, and I see Scotty as, to me, a Midwestern person. You go back, and everybody's nice, and his family, and his kids, and we're all, we all know each other. He knows my wife, he's helped me out with things, and, it's just a guy that we'll be friends till the day we're both out of here. So it's a great work relationship and a better friendship.
I think the hardest part of this job is the time it takes away from your family. I love the job and I love what I do, but it's a demanding, time-consuming job. And anybody that's ambitious, it doesn't matter what job you have. If you want to be good at it, and if you want to be involved in many aspects of it, on being on committees or being in an organization that's involved with that career type, going to meetings or different things, it takes time. You're making sacrifices. So there's only so many hours in a day. During football season, I don't get to go to the practices. I don't get to go to parent-teacher conferences or just be home at 4 o'clock, not be able to go to one of your kids' activities, a game, a band concert. So this is not for everybody. You've got to be willing to work hard, but you got to be willing to make that sacrifice. And it's important to, when you have a family, that they buy into this career. And For me, my family's awesome. My wife is great. My kids are supportive. And it's worth the sacrifice, because the things this job enables us to do as a family, by having a good career, by being in a good organization and getting other opportunities, you're making sacrifices. But ultimately, that's the hardest thing, is the sacrifice of time from the family. I keep going back to the word fun, and not that you're not going to work, but man, life is so much better when you enjoy what you do. And I said, man, this is for me.